Hey everybody, welcome to Ark Survival Evolved series, Ark Valguero, episode, probably butchering that, but either way, episode 5 of our survival series here. As you can see, a lot has changed, a lot has happened. Episode 5, we got a lot of new dinos, new look to the house. Between episodes, I told you guys I'd finish off the house. Used what I had from Raptor Claws to, make it a bit more festive. That's kind of fun. Christmas is right around the corner. And getting ready for the holidays. Got some stockings, got the 2 trees, got some wreaths, Making it look a bit more festive. Yeah, he's down for the count for a bit. Brent said he'd be back on later. You'll see people on later, at least for the moment though, just starting out and be by myself. Just thought I'd give you guys a tour of the place. I mean, right now, we still got the forges over here, still got the smithy. We're actually going to be working on a lot of these storage boxes, though I'll get that to a second, because we have a lot of them, taking up a lot of space. Come up here. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Basically, how I got these is you get mistletoe, and do I have any on me? Yes, I do. You get mistletoe and you get coal from Raptor Claws, and I still have a few on me. And you give those to gotchas, and then those gotchas basically poop crystals. Or they shoot crystals off their back and use those, and they give you different holiday items. Whether they're cosmetics or like candies, and I know I have some of those in here. Yeah, like these, they get a snowman. I'm pretty sure to be in a snow biome to use that though. Like you get a bunch of cool stuff. You get more chibis. I have a lot of chibis. But I also put these under here. Whenever they're just gifts. In case you don't know, just basically just that. But really cool aesthetic as well. But just set that up for since it is the holidays. I'll do more. Like as these episodes go on, you will see more leading up to Christmas Day. But I just thought it'd be really cool to start putting that together because we're going to collect a lot more gifts and have a lot more holiday items. So trust me, as it goes on, you will see more. At least I thought that was a pretty cool idea. This is a vault. I know I've looked at it a few times, but what we're doing, or at least what I'd like to do, I'll do this between one of the next few episodes, maybe for the next one, we'll see. Because we have so many large storage spaces. You see it holds, most of these are pretty much full, like 45 out of 45, like 38 out of 45, just filled with a bunch of crap. Just so many things. So what I'd like to do, also, just touching on this real fast, instead of building a spiral staircase, it required cementing paste, and I didn't feel like using it on that at the moment, so I will touch up this house, maybe a little bit more, or maybe I'll save that aesthetic for the next one, because this is not going to be our final house. It's really cool for now, and I'll do a fly around here in a moment, but I thought ladders would be just a bit more convenient. But what I'd like to do is move all the storage up to this, and up to maybe another vault, because I plan to make maybe 1 or 2 more just place around the house, because I'm definitely going to make more vaults, and then I'll organize them. But at least for now, like, went from 45 spaces to 350. That is a vast difference, and it makes your life so much easier. But yeah, this is the second floor. I also built a bunk bed because we didn't really have a place to spawn, and my friend down there we both died, and instead of just needing to respawn, for those that don't know, like just to show what it takes to make these, so bunk bed, you get it at 54, and you make it in the fabricator, which you guys saw I made at the end of the episode. You needed pelt, hair, wool, and you get 200 of that, polymer, 80, 320 metal ingots, 120 hide, and 285. Pretty simple, but kind of the prerequisites for that were the hide sleeping bag, which is like basic of the basic. Basically, I think it's only for single use. And then there's a simple bed, which is fiber, hide, thatch, and wood. Also simple, but this way, I believe, it says it right there. Acts as a respawn point for you and your tribe with half cooldown time. So it has a little buff to it. I just thought it'd be kind of funny because 2 people living here bunk beds, As far as this is concerned though, I've done a lot off camera. Got a lot of metal, crystal, polymer, oil, gasoline. You guys saw how I made that. It's all really simple. You saw how I collected the oil, which I believe you did. I'll go back over it though. because thankfully for us, we have resources like right next to our base, which makes it so much easier. A goal for this episode is going to be to definitely craft a industrial forge. I collected most of this off camera because it is a lot. It's a lot of a lot, but it's going to be so worth it. I tried not to do a lot of that on camera just because collecting these resources is very, very time consuming. I mean, maybe I'll do a stream or something where I'm collecting a bunch of these, but I mean, at least for now, for videos, like I'm going to try and do some of that off camera, because as we get to a lot of the late game stuff, and this is getting into the really late game stuff, it's just going to get a bit grindy. So that's why I did that off camera. But yeah. That's why I was trying to get chitin and keratin in the last episode to make a cementing paste. Although, if I'm looking at my map here... Okay. If I'm looking at my map here, and I'll turn my gamma down to 3. That should up that a bit. If you're looking at the chords 50... 53, 72, that looks like a little pond with a little island in the middle, and then the two stretching out little rivers there, or the little ponds there coming up beneath it. That's like a beaver pond area. Ended up flying over that. So that was a pretty good find. But yeah, so that's how I got a lot of cementing paste, because I'll fly over there this episode just so you guys can see it. But beaver dams just have a lot of the silica pearls. They have cementing paste and wood and rare flowers, and just, I mean, they're just great for resources, especially for cementing paste, and that's what I'm happy I found it. I did look up a few other ways we could get it though, just because I'm really new to the map. But yeah, that was a very convenient find, saved me a lot of time. I'll show you guys where I get my metal and stuff as well this episode, just because I will be doing one metal run on camera, just so you guys can see what I'm doing. But this is the top area that I built for the roof. This is going to kind of be, I mean, I might do something more with the roof here later, but I mean, I just thought it'd be a good place to keep our flyers. Got a pterodon, like it looks like a mini launch pad over here, or a runway. Got my 269 pterodon. I mean, he leveled up a bit between episodes, been using him a bit, and then obviously you see my quets here. It's episode 5. I've only seen a comment saying to, you know, let it go and use it, and I was like, okay, cool. So it's yeah, I have him out. I didn't know this, but apparently in the cryopod they still gather XP over time. So he leveled up quite a bit. Within like 2 minutes of him being out of his cryopod, he just leveled up extremely fast. I've already used him for a metal run. Because this dude, he's like your best friend when it comes to... Quetzes are like your best friend when it comes to going out and grabbing almost anything. Just because, I mean, their carry weight is so high, and they can do so much. I mean, a lot of people don't like them, or some people don't like them because they're slower, but I love them, because I go and I'm always looting and collecting a bunch of different stuff. Like, I've got some metal in here already, because I did a metal run, and I got quite a lot, actually. Because between episodes I did find another area, and I was able to get some chitin, but I'll explain it as we go forward. It'll just be easier than trying to do it all here. It's easier with visuals. Yeah. One neat thing about ladders, don't know why, but if you're climbing them and you go full speed, you just kind of fly up a bit. But I'll do a lap around the house here. Not too much has changed with the outside. I mean, obviously most of it looks the same. But and then a lot of that resource, as you see fire coming through the walls. I mean, other than from the front here, yeah, which you just see the 2 trees and 2 stockings. I mean, thought that was a nice touch. If we're flying around here real fast, just to explain, you see a Giga right there. Really, really, really good tame. Ended up doing that off camera just because it was either, you know, life or death, running away from the Giga. And he was chasing my pterodon, and I didn't have time to go into OBS and activate the recording software, so he was level 20. You guys can see the difference in my amount of trach darts, the amount of arrows that I have between episodes. Like, I have not made any more, so you can see the difference in the amount of taming supplies I had. Like, this dude broke nearly all of my armor. I repaired a few pieces, but my boots are nearly broken still. I had to replace my leggings with Riot stuff, because it's not bad, but it's not Ascendant like the other one was. And I had to use a ton of metal and a ton of resources in order to fix my chest piece and my helmet, I think is what they were. And no, I had to fix everything because the Giga broke pretty much everything and nearly killed me a few times. I mean, in case you don't know what a Giga is, it's like, they're besides a T-Rex, which we did tame a few of those off camera. These are my friends, Antonio's. He likes Rexes, so he just went on a Rex spree between episodes. I mean, he got, like, a lot of these look high level, but that's just because they've had time to level up. They were not tamed at this level, just so that's clear. When you tame a dino, there's like taming effectiveness, and it can add like 60 to 70 levels, as you guys have seen in my videos. So like this would have been like just over 100, that would have been like 30, 40 something, and that would have been like maybe 50s, 40s. So it's just like these were low level tames. They just have been leveled up, and of course had the taming effectiveness act on them. This one, however, I tamed, and I found it in the middle of the woods. Another one I did off camera. I called him Wreath Wrecker because he's you know, actually no, I think I might have gotten this one on camera. Maybe. If I didn't, sorry about that. But I call him Wreath Wrecker. He was a high level tame. I think he was like 140. And I tamed him. He was like 207 or something like that. So he's leveled up 40 times. I'm not a huge Rex person. I mean, obviously we're gonna need them for boss battles and stuff. So you know. But I'm not a huge Rex person, but I saw this dude and I was like, I need to get this. And once again, just like with the Giga, the second I saw him, he was chasing after me. So I'll try to be a lot more careful, and actually I'll use hotkeys in the future so that I can just like instantly get this started, and I won't have to, and I'll make sure to get these on camera for the future. So I apologize about that once again, but got Wreath Wrecker here. Got Wreath Wrecker. You got my Gigantosaurus, and they're not typically tech, I just have a tech skin on him. And also, I made saddles. I'll show you how to make that. They're relatively simple. They could be made in a smithy. Yeah, this dude's over here. The Giga, I mean, he's basically what I was trying to say earlier was there's different tiers to, or I call them tiers, but they're not really tiers. They're just different levels of difficulty for taming these kind of dinos. Like there's a T-Rex, and there's a Giga, and then there's a Titanosaur. Like there's T-Rexes are along the levels of normal dinos, but they're still tough to tame in most cases. And then there's Gigas. Gigas are super hard to tame. Like I had to use over 100 arrows. I had to use most of my darts. So trust me, he was not an easy tame. I had to use a lot of resources, and if I could have recorded it, I would have. So sorry about that, but it is what it is. I mean, normally they're pretty game breaking. Mine, in which case, was only like level 19, 20 when I tamed it, so he really wasn't a high level. And he started with nearly no melee damage. So like these things could be monsters, absolute monsters, if they're tamed at a higher level and or just you invest a ton of melee into them. Like Gigas are crazy. So that'll be a lot of fun to mess with later. As you see, like got dead gotcha claws over here. But yeah, I mean, there's a few things that have happened. I'll try and brush you guys up on whatever I end up remembering that I did, because we did quite a bit while I was trying to fix up the house. But I'll go ahead and make sure there's going to be more dinos, more T-Rexes, more tames in the future. I promise you. So this is not like, oh no, we missed on the opportunity to see like a Giga tamed or something like that. There'll be more. Gigas are really rare tames as well, though, which is why I really didn't want to let that go. Like, I didn't want to leave the Giga because they're rare. Like, Gigas and Titanosaurs are super rare. Raptor claws, nice. They're really rare spawns. At least I believe they are. I know they're low spawns. I mean, I know Titanosaurs are rarer than Gigas, but Gigas are already rare spawns. I mean, and there are already dinos that are rare spawns as it is. So I didn't want to lose the opportunity to tame one. Even if it was low level. I had no clue what level it was when I was trying to tame it. I was just shooting it with things and hoping it would fall down before I died. He broke all of my ascendant gear, and had he hit me a few times, I would have died. So, yeah. It was very, very lucky. Very much so in the moment thing. But either way, moving forward, they're actually, I can actually look from here. I should have just done that in the first place. I made a spyglass, by the way. Super, super, super simple thing. You can actually make it in your inventory. And all that you need is, I know I looked at it in a video before and said I needed to make it later, but 2 crystal, 10 fiber, 10 hide, and 5 wood. It's something I should have had before episode 5, but yeah, got it now, so it's fine. It basically allows you to check the levels and the dino type of whatever you're going after. I mean, unless you've nicknamed them, obviously. Got it. I also believe I tamed a Bronto in between episodes. Maybe that's him. I might have done that between episodes, or I did an episode. I've been doing so much off camera, guys. I honestly don't remember. But yeah, so those are our new dinos. I'll try to be a lot more careful as far as, you know, what I do on and offline. I mean, I got the Parasaur. Actually, it missed the Parasaur. Basically, I saw a Parasaur off camera. He was super low level, but I thought he looked cool. You know, so you got the red and light blue metal, and then that's Antonio's over there, is the light blue and silver one. I mean, not much else has been done other than that. I mean, you got my Pterodon, which I've always had, got the Quets, which I've had, although Antonio's had a few dinos that have died. I think this episode, though, we're actually going to be, I might try and go for a Jerboa, for those that know what that is. For those that don't, you're going to like it. Gonna get that built, gonna get a Jerboa. Next episode, just because, like I said, I'm trying to make this house a lot more festive, and there's so much that we can get from him, that I'll probably dedicate next episode to Raptor Claws. And between running after him, because he only appears at night, yeah, because if I can get Christmas lights around my whole house, that would be super cool. But it's not, I mean, it might be a common dropper, I might be able to craft it, but anyway. While I'm waiting for metal to smelt and things like that during the day, or while I'm doing resource runs, I can just do that. Let me put the game mode back up to 4. Like, I know I keep adjusting this, but like, it's so I can see inside. I'll fix the lighting and everything in the house. It's just because I'm used to not having a roof over our head in here. Okay, yeah, never mind. That looks really weird if it's up to 5, so 4 is fine. It looks a little dark, but it's not so dark that we can't see. So, but yeah, okay, so we were going on a little bit of metal run. I'll fly around. I'm not going to bring my Quets this time, just because that's really slow, even though he kind of would be better for this. I'm just going to fly around and show you guys where I gathered some of those resources, just so you guys know what we're up to. So, let's see, get some food, come down here. So, in case it wasn't in the video, because it's possible that it wasn't, we have oil like right next to our house, and I don't mean just a little oil, like we have a lot, and as you keep swimming down, you're gonna keep seeing more. Like, yeah, you're seeing more like render in as I'm swimming through here, but like we have a lot of oil right there. I know you guys saw, like, in my inventory and in a few of the large storage boxes in the last episodes throughout the series. I mean, I've collected some oil rigs and stuff, and I finally found a use for them. So let me go to my map here. Yeah, because I placed a marker. Do a little fly loopy-loop here. Figured out how to do that. For all those that I made cringe by like not figuring it out, I apologize. But like, I'm new to PC, so it took me a minute to figure out that control. Just needed to press C though, so it's simple. I set up 2 oil rigs right up here because I found them. Like, they're literally right above our base. I thought that was pretty cool. So we have, essentially, if you don't know what an oil rig is, it's an item that you can make or find, because we found ours. I didn't end up making it. Or a pump, sorry, not oil rig. It kind of looks like an oil rig though. You make it with 25 crystal, 25 electronics, and 75 metal. It's not hard to make if you choose to. It can be made in a fabricator, and I'll go through my fabricator's inventory in a bit to show you guys what I'm thinking, but at least for the moment, this one's getting us infinite oil. It gets you infinite oil passively over time. I mean, I'll look at it and see if I was like, let's see, how long does it take to give me 1 oil? I'll wait here for like 30 seconds. Just like elevator music or something playing while it's doing this. I mean, it's not extremely fast, but I mean, it technically can get you. Yeah, there you go. See, the other one loads in. It's a little slow, but I mean it's literally infinite oil, or not infinite. Sorry, I said infinite oil, but if it fills all of these up with 100 oil, then you have more oil than you'll probably ever need, unless you just turned up like resource consumption through whatever you're using. Also, this one's kind of glitched out. I've literally just demolished one and put a new one here, and it just does not collect. I mean, it shows the animation of it working, but it just doesn't work. So, I mean, I put it there for more aesthetic reasons, just so there's not an oil puddle next to this one. So, win some, you lose some, you know? Ark is a game that is great, but it's full of a lot of... It has some glitches and bugs in it. It's fine, though. It's not the end of the world. I'm just trying to show you guys a lot of the places that I've been using for resources, but that covers oil, and then I'll fly you guys over to where I got a good bit of my cementing paste, because I had naturally collected a bunch of cementing paste, but I ended up using most of it because I used 100 of it. Oh wait, I never showed you guys how to make that, did I? Oh my goodness, my bad. Here, vault. Yeah, there we are. That you guys saw upstairs. It takes 100 cementing paste. Yeah, 500 metal ingots, 70 oil, and 90 polymer. This is not that cheap, which is why I only have one at the moment. And I'm trying to make something different, and I'll get to that later. I mean, I already showed you guys the forage, but the forage takes 3,500 metal, so it set me back a little bit. Yeah, you got those down there. Man. You guys are really going at it. It's like I'm just sitting there silently watching them kill each other. It's just like, okay. And I just come in out of nowhere and kill them all. It's like, thank you. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, so this is I did look up what exactly this was and was wondering why I only saw them here, but it's called Beaver Island. And essentially what it is, or at least that's how it's referred to on the Ark Wiki. And so I was curious why I only saw them here. There's dams built around and beavers around here. I tried not to kill any of them just because if you kill them all, I mean, I don't know whether or not they strictly respawn here, and I wasn't really trying to risk that because this is a great place to come to for resources. I put my dude down here and I whistle him on passive so he doesn't just kill everything. Hey, level up, just so you guys can see where his stats are at. I'll give him some more health. Don't normally have a lot of health anyways. But yeah, these are the bigger dudes compared to my little Bidoof here. So little big barrels everywhere, Castroids. This is what the big versions look like. They're actually passive unless you mess with their dams. The second you mess with their dams, they start attacking you. So, yep, they're gonna start attacking me here. Go, 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 go. Yep, and you guys saw. I mean, they're gonna build more dams, so taking that is not going to mess with any of my progress or anything like that. But you guys saw that I got nearly 300 or 250 cementing paste off of that, which is really good because cementing paste is a little tedious to make. So I mean, I didn't figure that out till a little bit before this episode. So yeah, that helped bolster. That's gonna help us actually be able to make some stuff this episode. We'll get around to it though. We'll get around to it. So okay, that's way too bright. Our next location we're going to is going to be across the way here. It's going to be 36 long and like 82 lat. It's going to be towards the bottom left of the map, like bottom left middle. So just south of the center of the map. You'll know what I mean. I'm flying over there, and I can speed this up a little bit. It exponentially increases your speed. Okay, yeah, there we go. Let's not destroy. Like increasing gamma, like I have to adjust it per biome, just because like it can get a little bit much sometimes. Just a little bit. Anything cool in here? Get red with the ring. Can you even get thorny dragons on this map? I don't know if you can. Like, I've gotten like an ascending gas bag saddle, and I know I can't really use it. because like there's no gas bags on the server, only on Extinction and Genesis Part 1. Also, by the way, timeline wise, I mean when we get through this map, because we are kind of, well, one of my friends is power leveling like 2 to 3 times as fast, or pushing 2 to 3 times as hard as we have, progress wise. And yeah, he's really pushing for endgame there. But I talked with him, talked with my friends a bit, and it looks like we'll either be doing Ragnarok, Genesis Part 1, or Extinction as the next map. Because we got this one here, we made some good progress, and we'll still be here for a bit longer. Believe me, there's a lot to do. So that's episodes down the line, but this also gives you guys an opportunity to comment and share your thoughts. I mean, we'll continue to talk about it. I mean, Ragnarok's an older map, but we all love it. And then Extinction, of course, that was one of the original Arc DLCs. Really fun map. It has Titans and stuff. It's really interesting, really cool. And then Genesis Part 1 is one of the newer DLCs. I actually haven't touched that map at all, so that would be completely new, kind of like this one. But we'll see. We'll see. That's another Christmas Rex. I think he's the alpha of the pack. I'm going to try and kill these guys. Oh, they're Allosaurs. I don't know. Allosaurs and T-Rexes look very similar. They have the same effect. No, that's not the same effect the Giga did. The Giga one was worse. Like the different modifiers you experience. What do I have on that's weighing me down some? Oh, it's the wood. That's what it is. I was like, what the heck? It's from the beaver dams. There we are. Also, between episodes, I ended up picking up some pretty fun stuff. Got some cluster bomb, got a cluster bomb engram, which you guys have seen before, or blueprints. I keep calling them engrams. Sorry. And then you got cluster bombs, which I already showed that off to a friend off camera, but I'll show you guys what it does on camera. Just as we continue not needing to invest our resources in like advancement and other things, like we can use them on aesthetics for our base, we can use them for weapons, and just a lot of really fun stuff. Because there are bosses on the map, and there are things that we can do late game. That'll be pretty fun. That'll be pretty fun. But at least for the moment, there's nothing that we need some serious firepower for at the moment. So just stocking up for that later on is going to be kind of fun. Cluster bombs aren't really OP or anything, but they're definitely really fun to use. Let's see. Yeah, so I got 613. Oh, also, glad I looked at my inventory and saw this. Bidoof leveled up to level 2. Because I killed 2 alphas. I'm pretty sure I killed 1 on camera, though the second one was definitely off camera. I think it was a alpha raptor that was up here when I was gathering resources. There's definitely going to be an episode before all the Christmas event disappears, and we kind of get our final decision as far as chibis are concerned. Our little companion for the rest of the series. I'll try to level him up and go just hunting alphas for an entire episode, because they're not that easy to find, but it'd definitely be fun just to see what died first, my dinosaur, or whether or not or the other dino, or whether or not I actually get my chibi to level. Actually, isn't chibi level 5 maximum? We'll see. We'll work on it. I'll look into some stuff. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Let's see. Well, since we already did the intro and everything, I'm just gonna make sure that everything's still good. Yeah, we're good. Woo! We've already been going for nearly a half hour. All right, time really is flying. All right. Well, most of this episode's been a refresher, so I'll let it go on a little bit longer than usual. So I'll have it go on till about 45. Just so I can show you guys that this is where I've been getting all my metal. Some of the dinos around here. I mean, nothing's too difficult. I might try and tame a Doedicurus just for stone's sake. I mean, there's a lot of different dinos with a lot of different utilities. I'll explain those in episodes to come. I mean, we're definitely not done taming dinos. I got a few surprises for y'all in the episodes to come, because there's a few very, very cool items that we're definitely getting pretty close to being able to make, and the second we can make them, it is going to be so much fun. Oh, also, I think my bird's just about encumbered, so I should fly back to the house. And I'll drop the stone out of my inventory to see if that helps him at all. Because as a pterodon, he's really not meant to carry much. Like if I'm doing a full-on metal run, I mean I'm far better off bringing my quets. Like it's a no-brainer. Or better yet, bringing an Argentavis, or just Argentavises, just stuff that can actually hold it. Because there's alternatives to quetzes, guys. So like you can definitely bring like I know people in the past that I've seen have brought like multiple. Oh, let's actually go. I need to tame one of those eventually, but now at least now I know where to find them. I'll drop all this metal off at the house. There's so much. All right, let's just Cleo. There we are. But I mean, there's alternatives to pterodons, and well, there's more flyers in general. That actually is more flyers. There's a Tapajara. I believe he is on this. He's just in redwood. He's for more mobility as far as flyers are concerned. I think he can hold more than a pterodon. These pterodons like base level flying. Like I mean, just purely for speed. I mean, not necessarily mobility, but like just speedy transportation. That's for early level players. Quetz is like the last one, like end game, like for. I mean, I call it end game, though people may have different definitions of what they consider to be end game in Ark. Okay, like don't take mine as the one and final word on it, but it's what I consider to be end game flying tame. Is definitely a Quetz, because that's what I use more often than not. I mean, I'm going to use the quets that I currently have to tame another one, so believe me, I'll be taming a few more, just because my quets was a really low level, and there's far, far better ones that we can get. I mean, it's a tech quets, and I'd like to find another one if I tame another, but I know that I can't just wait around for that, because quetses aren't very common. I mean, they're not super rare like a Giga, but they're also not that common. But moving off the subject of flyers, you guys saw the T-Rexes that we had around. I mean, between episodes, and well, actually, I might do some of that off camera, but my friend had started doing some breeding, and actually one of those was a dino that he had bred. And we'll do breeding on here as well once we get a more established place. I mean, it's between episodes, I just tried to focus on getting the house and getting resources, though obviously some other stuff happened. I mean, it's like I said, I'll try and get as much as I can on camera for the future, but inevitably some stuff is going to happen off camera. So all I can do whenever that happens is just apologize, because it's like it's missed content, but at the same time it was a spur of the moment thing. It always happens in survival games. It's not just with that one scenario. Did I miss anything? I'm actually going to look at my map real fast to make sure I kind of went over everything, because there was obsidian over there on those mountains, there was the crystal over there on those mountains, there was the metal over there on those mountains. I don't know if you guys saw that on my screen, but that's all over there. So if you're playing on the same map that we are, and you're looking for obsidian, crystal, or metal, where I was down at 30, 36, 37, and long, and 83, 84 lat. I mean, that's like perfect prime area for it all. I mean, that's where I got most of ours anyway. I mean, there's probably better areas, but that's just an area I found flying around the map. So if there is a better area, let me know below, and I might check it out. And of course, you'll get credit for it as well, because I'm trying to find some stuff on my own. Oh, also, one really cool thing. It's not that I'm planning on ending it up. I wanted to go find a jerboa, but I might end up saving that for next episode. We'll see, because it's a fun little thing. I didn't realize it, and I'm sure I've seen it before, and I'm kind of mad at myself for it, because I thought this looked interesting, and I was like, oh, come over here. There's like an underground cave area over here. No clue if there's any significance to it. No clue if it's something particularly special, but we'll save that for another episode. I mean, I saw that and I was like, wait.